Speaking of status, I wanted to update you briefly on the wildfire season, which continues. This is around the peak of what we have experienced the last few years, at least, of the wildfire season. Into October, the Diablo winds and Santa Ana winds start to present themselves. Still hot temperatures, unseasonably hot. We're going to expect up to 20-degree increases in temperatures from what we experienced over the end of last week and over the weekend into this week. We're also going to see an increase in winds later this week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in Northern California in particular, we're expecting high wind events, 45-mile-an-hour gusts, based upon the analysis and the briefings that we got this morning, as high as 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Northern California. So PG&E territory working on their protocols around PSPS, partnerships with the cities and counties, and with Cal OES and Cal Fire being advanced in those areas. Notification protocols that have improved from last year now in place, and again strengthening partnerships that included $50+ million of support money that we distributed to the counties and to NGOs, non-governmental organizations, nonprofits, as well as state agencies to help support on notification and support vulnerable communities as it relates to those that may be impacted by PS protocols. I want to just update you about the impact of these larger wildfires and remind you in the aggregate some 4.1 million acres now burned in the state of California. We're currently dealing with 14 major fires and/or wildfire complexes, some 12,000 firefighters. You saw those numbers north of 18,000 a few weeks back. Now about 12,000 plus firefighters working to battle these historic fires here in the state. Tragically, we have lost 31 lives. That number has remained relatively stable, and I caution always the fatalities and structure data likely to increase as we repopulate areas. Some parts of Trinity County, they have been evacuated for close to 30 days, some cases north of 30 days, as we go back in and we do justice to do justice to the repopulation and reconnection to friends, families, and communities. We're likely to see higher structures damaged and destroyed, and obviously concerned always about lives lost. The glass fire we talked a lot about last week around Napa Lake and Sonoma counties. Last week, 30% contained. Stubborn fire up in the wine country, some 65,000 acres impacted. Today it's at 95% contained. Real progress over the last week and notably over the last weekend, and couldn't come too soon, particularly with the higher winds in and around that area coming into that part of the state, again, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Additionally, real progress, in fact, not just real progress, substantial progress on the Zog fire, now 99% contained. I'm told within a few hours later this afternoon, they will officially put out 100% containment figure on the Zog fire. Two large complexes. Just want to give you a brief progress report on two of the larger active wildfires in the state. Again, the largest in California's history. The August fire, over 1 million acres, 54% contained last week. Now it's 75% containment. It's the northern part of the August complex. U.S. Forest Service battling hard. That's the most stubborn. And while there is some concern around wind conditions that could impact the northern part as it relates to containment, we've been anticipating that. And the Weather Service, again, working collaboratively with the state, pre-positioning assets and really building the conditions to hold the line on the northern part so we can hold this 1+ million acre fire in not only containment, but hold the line so we don't see a substantial increase in the total amount of acreage burned. Relates to Creek Fire. This Creek Fire generated a lot of attention for good reason. I'll remind you, this is in and around the area that was disproportionately impacted by this historic drought here in the state of California. You recall a drought between 2011 and 2017, about 163 million, and by the way, that's just an estimate, 163 million trees that fell because of the drought, and historic, recently historic and unprecedented conditions that led to conditions that make it even more challenging in and around Fresno and Madera area. And this unified command complex, again, working with the federal government, a lot of federal acreage being burned here, as well as state acres being burned here. 48% contained last week. You can see the acreage burned in this last week has not been substantially greater, meaning we've slowed the rate of spread, 322,000 acres to 333,000 acres, but it's still a stubborn complex, 55% containment, a little better than last week's number at 48%. So, as always, we want to maintain our vigilance as it relates to heeding the warnings of those that call for evacuations related to these wildfires. I want to remind people of the importance and imperative of being even more vigilant in these dry and hot conditions where we start to see these winds whip back up. It was this time in October and November in 17 and 19 that we had some of these very damaging and deadly wildfires. Please maintain your vigilance. Please take very seriously those evacuation warnings if indeed you are the recipient of one of them. Critical that we protect ourselves and our family, our loved ones during this peak of our wildfire season. But progress across the board has been made, testament to the extraordinary work the men and women of CAL FIRE and all the mutual aid that's come in over across the rest of the country. And again, cannot thank them enough. All the hard work that's been done, including local mutual aid that has been working overtime, weeks and weeks and weeks, little rest, putting their lives on the line to protect not only lives themselves, but property and obviously our wild lands in this state.